Hello, welcome to the year 2020. So, I'm looking forward to this year because, well, last year it was just me going between feeling unstoppable and feeling like I can't do anything. Can you guess why I feel unstoppable sometimes? Well, that's just because I've been hanging out in VR. Whenever I hang out in VR for a little while, I uh, I do a lot better in real life. So, this year I'm gonna try to stick to a stricter schedule so I can be in VR more often. I might even be streaming, so we'll have to see what happens with that. But yeah, more sleep, more streams, and getting more stuff done. In theory, at least, we'll see. But if I can get this to work, then that should be a wonderful year for me. And maybe I'll be able to make some actual proper videos for once. Eh. Oh yeah, by the way, I suppose I should mention I want to be the original Lycanroc because it was the first one I used in VR. Um, I didn't want to use like the default home, so I just decided to go here. I need to go make an actual world for me to call home at some point. But this is the first world I fell asleep in, so I figured I'd go pick this. Eh. Speaking of falling asleep in here, I'm gonna look at my little notes down here. Making videos this year made me just how tired I am all the time. But yeah, VR has been making it a lot easier for me to just stay awake. Like for the rest of my YouTube videos, like there's maybe once, there's once time, there's at least once, maybe two times that I was able to freaking be awake while recording. But other than that, nah. This year, there's a few more times, and all in the same year. So, and that's because of VR. Now, if I can just keep that up, maybe I'll actually be able to have enough energy to go do this stuff. I'm doing this like at midnight right now. Basically, the New Year's thing just barely happened. So, yeah. Um, let's see here. What else do I have to say? Oh yeah, I was making Smash videos and was having fun with Smash. Um, Hopefully this next year I'll do better because I actually haven't really touched Smash all that much recently. But like I realize, well, if I get enough sleep, everything is just so much easier to pick up and it's much more fun and yada yada yada. So maybe I'll go do that because I was super tired when I was making the Smash Brothers videos, and every single one of them. And that's why I stopped like making videos for a little while because I'm like, you know what? I'm still tired, so I'll stop. So yeah. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and I was gonna make some videos about VRChat, and well, let's just say things didn't go quite as planned, because I had my old hard drive was too small for me to make compilation videos because like anything that I could do with any movie video editor would just make files too big no matter what I did. So I couldn't really do anything. So now I have a 12 terabyte hard drive instead of a 500 gigabyte hard drive. Quite a big difference. Because I had that hard drive for at least 15 years probably. It's gotten its use. I'm glad it hasn't died yet, but I can't put it in my current computer. I don't have enough cables. So, Also, like, another thing about VRChat, people can get a little personal sometimes in the videos when I'm not expecting it. So it's like I have to manually edit that stuff. Oh well. One thing I will say is I wasn't expecting to do like ramble videos like this, but I think I'm gonna keep on doing this because I love rambling in front of the camera, and I like seeing what other people do with their life and like how things are going. So I assume someone enjoys watching these. Oh, besides me. uh, So let's see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try doing them like monthly. Though I might change that because I might do it like a little less frequently than that. Because that might be a little excessive. um, let's see here. Looking at my notes here. Yeah, I really didn't have much to talk about this year because it really was like last minute thing. I did upload uh, a short playthrough of Duck Season. It was only like 3 hours long. I was expecting a horror game, but it turned out to be a nice nostalgia trip. So yay for that. I don't know if it's worth watching though. Because I think I was tired during that. I don't remember. Well, I do know I was tired on and off during Boneworks, which like also is made by Stress Level Zero. By the way, if you have VR, get Boneworks. Boneworks is awesome, but not for your first game. Not for your first game. Nope. Okay, just wanted to make sure I wasn't doing the middle finger. I haven't used the index on this avatar yet. There's one avatar where it's like if I put my finger up like this, it's actually doing a middle finger, and I found that out at a bad time. Whoopsies. Also, another thing about avatars like this, I can't give people a thumbs up. There's like a couple times where I'm like, all right, yeah, good job. Oh, no thumb. Oops. Oh yeah, I was talking about Boneworks. Actually, I'll go talk about December first because how much else? Scroll. Dang it. Why you no scroll? Ah! Can I click this instead? Am I not? Wait, hold on. Technical difficulties. My bad. I was not expecting this. Do I not have the... No. Why is the input off? That's weird. Alright. There we go. I can just go... click. Alright. So... Oh wow. There's really not that much here. Not much left. It's mainly just me talking about Boneworks. A short video compared to the other rambles. So Boneworks. Boneworks is a game that wait, shoot. Oh my god. I went too far. Oh my god, I'm so sorry for this. Hey. Dang it! Stop going too far. Oh my gosh. My notes. They're betraying me. They're making me look like a fool. A fool, I say. I had a little bit of alcohol. Because that's the thing you do on New Year's, right? Have alcohol? Yes. Okay, so before I get into Boneworks, I gotta mention December, not much happened. It was a really bad month. I had junk food, I was lacking sleep, and my body was super sore, and I was always busy doing things. It was just like, it was terrible. But I'm gonna be planning on fixing all that stuff this year. Yeah. Also, another reason why this month was pretty bad is like I had some like massive anxiety because I was feeling confident where I could do anything. So I'm like, yeah, let's go do something. And then there was like someone that's like, hey, you should go talk to this one person. And let's just say it's been a long time since I talked to this one person, so my anxiety was like flaring up like crazy, and I just couldn't stop. But then like normally I just back away a little bit and just try later. The person is someone kept on pushing me too much, so I kind of like crashed, and then like for like for most of the month I just like have been feeling overly terrible about myself. So yeah, but I'm over that now. But thinking back on that, it just reminds me of like the stupid the funny Thunderstale mini game from Undertale. Basically, it's like you try uh, motivating it, but like every single time someone plays that game for the first time, they're like, motivate it constantly, keep pressing the button, and then the snail just bursts into flames. I just fucking love it. I love that game. Maybe I'll make another playthrough of Undertale at some point. One that's not like made the same year that it came out, not when I was super tired, not unlisted, and not starting at Hotlands because like the recording failed and all that such. I basically only started recording that a bit of Undertale because of a friend. So maybe I'll have to go make another like playthrough, one that I can actually show people. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. But I've been mostly spending my time on Boneworks. Boneworks is a game I've been click, click, click. Come on, clickety click, clickety clack. Come on. Ah, oh, too far. Why? Eh. Precision. Come on. Almost. There we go. Got it. Maybe I should have made this like bigger. It's still pretty big as it is, but gosh darn, because I have it like about this big right now. But like, what can I compare this to? Whatever. The sidebar that I'm trying to click it's too tiny. Anyways, Boneworks. Boneworks. Let's just say before I got in VR, I watched Node a bit because I was curious about the VR technology before I even got it. And I'm like, hey, that looks pretty cool. Let me go look at this other stuff. Because I always thought it was cool. But I will say this. I never thought VR would be as awesome as when I actually got into VR. It was much more awesome than I could ever imagine. So, yay for VR. But so Node, they have a footage of so many VR games. It's insane. They must have like they probably have like someone watching for like every single VR game, and they just play them all the time. So they're like next door to some stress level 0 apparently in their building. So they were able to go test out Boneworks from time to time, and I saw a little bit from here and there, and I'm like, hey, that looks really freaking cool. So I wanted to go get Boneworks, but it wouldn't be. I kind of stopped myself from seeing Boneworks entirely for a while, and I got distracted by other things so I stopped watching Node for a little while. So when I got Boneworks, it was really awesome. With that said, though, even though I spend all the time in the world in VR, well, as much as I can, I don't really have that much time to actually play in VR. But I'm so used to VR, and I sleep in it, and blah blah blah. Even Boneworks was able to make me motion sick from a couple times. But part of that is just like you can't put your head through walls like you can in like literally every other VR game out there. So what it does is like when you try to push your head against like through a wall, it'll just like push you back, and like that really messes with your head a lot when you first do it because you're not used to it. Because here's the thing about motion sickness with VR: if anything happens to your 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 not lens. What's the best? Your view? Yeah. If anything happens to your view that like it doesn't make sense, it will make you motion sick like crazy. So yeah, it's something you can really get used to easily, unless if you're getting stuck in little terrain around the place, which is kind of easy to do because like you can literally pick up anything and just put it somewhere else. So sometimes you might stack it on yourself and get yourself stuck in somewhere. So you gotta be careful of that. Now the other thing that was making me motion sick like crazy is like there's a time slow mechanic. If you do it at normal speed, it's not that bad, especially if you're expecting it to happen. And but if you like have it all the way down to the minimum in the tutorial and you haven't got used to the time slow mechanic yet, um like your view will not move at all basically, while you're still moving in normal space in real life, and that is, oh my god, that feels absolutely awful. It made my stomach like feel all knotted up and such. It was terrible. Yeah, but I feel like if you get used to it real quick, you'll be all set with motion sickness as long as you get used to it. But definitely not the first game to play, uh, for VR. That is. Um, eh. I was a little tired when I first played it though, so I also had a little bit of alcohol because I'm like, hey, new game, let's try alcohol with it, make it interesting. I I think I gotta stop trying to drink alcohol. If I try to drink alcohol and play a video game, I'm probably gonna have to up the dosage or something because 5% is like I have to drink it nonstop, and then I feel a little bit. It's like either I take a little sip and it just makes me feel a little giggly, but it doesn't really affect me at all. I don't know. I don't know. Alcohol. I don't know. Alcohol feels overrated to me. It's expensive. It's bad for you, and blah blah blah. I know. Maybe I just haven't had enough. I am a big, tall guy, though. 6'2". So maybe I need to drink more alcohol than other people. I don't know. Because I had alcohol before I came in here. But it was only one can. 5%. So, not drunk. So, let's see here. I will say, though, a second playthrough felt awesome throughout the whole way. I'm still going through the second playthrough, though. So that could change, but, every time I've been playing it, it's been feeling good. It's going to take a long time for me to finish it now because I'm planning on doing a schedule where I do, like, Boneworks or something, like, once a week or something. And there's a few levels. It would probably take a month or so before I could complete it on that second playthrough. Because I didn't realize, like, how much I was cutting into sleep to do the first playthrough. Oops. Let's see here. So, I was from time to time I get a little worried about breaking the controllers when I'm in Boneworks because they want you to like get used to pretending like something's heavy, but if you try to grip it like a heavy object in real life, well, I don't think the index controllers are really meant for that. So every now and then I'll realize, oh wait, I'm actually gripping the controllers really hard. I thought that was funny because that's something my mom used to do because my mom would always get so into like games. I remember Jackal and some racing games on the Sega Dreamcast. Like, I remember this one time when she was playing, I think it was Sega Rally 2. Her her hands were like all different color from like gripping it so hard, and I'm like, that was just so funny to me. But yeah, Sega Dreamcast controllers, they can definitely handle it. They're so big and bulky. They're the biggest, bulkiest controllers I've ever seen and used. Hmm. So you might be wondering, why else would I be doing that? Well, that's because like enemies also come at you pretty fast. And since like part of your mind is tricked by VR, so it makes it so the enemies coming at you feel a bit more real. So your body kind of reacts to it like that. If you let them get a little too close and start panicking a little bit. um, yeah. Oh my god, I did the newbie VR thing where like something like coming at you, and then you back up into a wall, and then you're just like rubbing up against the wall because you want to back up away from the thing that's attacking you. I thought that was funny. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I gotta say, killing the enemies in Boneworks actually feel kind of ruthless. Because like, for one thing, like shooting the guns, like there's these one enemies that like you can shoot them in the head and they'll come back to life after a bit. So you get into the habit of just like shooting them when they're down. But I swear, it feels like you're the bad guy in like some war movie, just going around, just shooting people, bang, and just bang. It's just like, oh my god, I feel so horrible doing that the first few times. It's like, oh my god, this is terrible. And then I gotta say, meleeing things in VR, where you're just picking up with your actual hands and just bashing it against the floor. Oh, that feels so brutal, especially since like the final boss. You have no weapons. You have to kill him by punching him or using the environment around you. So there's some things you get to see how creative people are with being brutal in unarmed combat during that final fight. And the music that plays during it doesn't help either. It's just like I remember seeing someone just like pick up his head and just bash it against the side of the chair. It's like, oh my god, that's so brutal. And there's some other things too. You'd be surprised the things that people come up with. It's just like, oh my gosh. I have a feeling that this is gonna make people go, video games cause violence, sort of thing happen again. It'll be annoying. Oh yeah. Is that really the last thing I have to say? Alright, so apparently I want to keep talking about Boneworks, but I don't want to like say everything that happens in the game. I could probably talk for a while because I love playing that game. It's so relaxing, and I don't know. Even though that it can get pretty tense when things get a little too close to you. It's just so nice being able to just pick something up and then just like make a makeshift wall for like a barricade or something like that, or just get to a better position or something, or maybe make a shortcut or something. It's nice. So last thing I gotta say is it definitely makes me have a love for pistols now, because aiming guns in Boneworks feels exactly like aiming it in real life, which means I suck at it. But it's like the mistakes I would be making in Boneworks are the exact same mistakes when trying to aim in real life. So it's driving me nuts. I'm like, no, I'm gonna have to deal with this constantly. So it does make me wonder, if I got good at aiming in Boneworks, would I be able to aim properly in real life? Because I am basing it off of like what I see. Also, I don't have the steadiest aim, so I don't know. We'll just have to see. I don't plan on shooting any guns in real life, though. Guns scare the heck out of me. I don't want to be anywhere near guns. But people have had me shoot them a few times. But yeah. Maybe someday I'll try it just to be like, hey, I wonder. But the reason why I like pistols is, for some reason, they're a lot easier for me to aim, even though it's like a lot shorter than like the long guns. You think the longer guns would be easier to aim? Whatever. Maybe it's just the sights that are on the pistols or something. I don't know. I gotta say, if I really want to get good at aiming in Boneworks, I'll probably like start using the laser sight weapon like every time I get a chance, because that really helps a lot. Especially if you're trying to like shoot it when you're not putting your eye next to the gun. You just try to shoot around the corner or something like that. Could probably get used to that. But yeah, the other thing about pistols is it's a lot easier to save ammunition when everything just dies in one shot to the head. I just like being able to save my ammunition and just focus and just shoot them. And you can shoot like 10, 15 bullets per magazine. I reload constantly, so I don't actually know, because that's just a thing. It's probably actually a bad thing, because I also like pull the thing back to load in another bullet into the chamber, and that like gets rid of a bullet, so whoopsies. But yeah, I'm just used to doing that because of other games, because like most games just teaches you to just press the reload button whenever you can, whenever you have a moment during downtime. Yeah. So pistols feel. Oh yeah, another reason I love pistols is that you can hold up a shield of some sort and just put the pistol over the side, whereas you can't really do that with the bigger guns. You have to like put your arm, like you have to like lower the shield, put your arm out, where it's a bit more vulnerable. So yeah. Let's see. Also, I've gained a love for crowbars. Originally, I just liked the crowbar just because, hey, Gordon Freeman used it. Here's a video game character that's popular. Even if I haven't really played Half-Life that much. I played Half-Life 2 where the pick up that can segment and had the whole escape sequence. And I got all the way to a hovercraft. Other than that, I haven't really played Half-Life at all. And I've just things I know from other things. I am going to be playing Half-Life Alyx when that comes out, though. I can't wait. I can't. I'm also looking forward to like comparing Boneworks to Half-Life Alyx, because Boneworks it loves to make Half-Life references, and just in general, Boneworks feels like what Half-Life did to shooters in general, by just like making a physics-based game and just like having fun with that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't say more about the crowbar. Thing is about the crowbar, it's nice and durable, and it hits pretty hard, but you can also move it pretty freely. So all the damage is pretty focused into the places where you want. You can hit things bluntly, or you can hit things with like the sharp pointy parts. And the little curve part on the end of the crowbar is handy for many things. For one, the robots that like to jump at you, that curve just happens to be just the perfect curve for you to be able to just smack it down and just like one shot them. Whereas like if you hit them in any other way, you're probably not going to be able to do enough damage with the crowbar. Yeah. It actually matters like where you hit something with a weapon. You can't just like, for example, if you hit the blunt side of the axe, that's not going to work. But yeah. And the angle that you hit someone at, that matters a lot too. So it's not like a lot of games where you can just like kind of half-ass it. Alright, another reason why I like the crowbar is that you can pry things apart from the long end, or you can just like pull yourself up using the curved part. Not that there's a whole lot of places that I could see, but I saw some people like breaking the game a little bit with that. So yeah, it's fun. My funnily enough, my first impulse to use the crowbar was like to open up lockers. So yeah, I thought that was funny. So let's see. That's pretty much Boneworks. I'll stop talking about it now. There's nothing else really to talk about. But I do love it. I do want to play multiplayer on it, but they're saving that for a sequel probably. Because they're gonna save that physics engine for like future games that they make. So we'll just have to see what happens. Alright. So, have you made a New Year's resolution yet? My New Year's resolution is to get like a stricter schedule so I can start streaming, even if it's just like an hour or something. Basically, just so I can like talk to people while they can watch me play video games in VRChat. Basically, that's the whole thing about that. And I plan on getting more sleep. Yeah, and get more stuff done. So if I can stick to this strict schedule, it'll be nice. And I'll be going to sleep on time. Not tonight because, New Year's. You gotta stay up till midnight because of New Year's. So that's happened. But every other day, all other days of the year, I'm gonna be going to sleep on time. And it'll make it a lot easier to get everything done. I'll be happier and blah, blah, blah. So, my current list of things I'm trying to do is like, first off, you gotta have a day off. So, like, if in case something happens, you can deal with it. So Monday's my day off, so I can relax, maybe hang out with some people. But it'll also be like a day where I'm just like trying to find ways to improve like streaming or something like that. I also want to like learn how to make models, so not just public models, and I can like use a model myself in like other games other than VRChat, because that's what I've been doing so far. Is just using VRChat. Yeah, I mean I like being a Lycanroc and all, but I feel like I could make something more interesting. We'll see. Oh yeah, and then Tuesday, I plan on playing a normal PC game like in VR. Now I can use the index while I'm doing stuff, so I can just be typing. But if it gets to be too worse, I can always like slip my hand through the wrist, and I won't be able to move my fingers, but at least I'll be able to like move the area of where the hand is. I can't do that with the Vive wands. There. Oops. Ah, no! I didn't mean to grab that. Oh well. So yeah. I'll be playing a normal PC game. What? It might be just a random game. Whenever. There's so many PC games I'd like to catch up on. I have so many untouched games. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. Is like I'll be able to go play an hour of each game from time to time, and that'll be nice. And then Wednesday, I'm gonna play NES games or retro games because it has NES in the the day's name. So yeah, I there are so many NES games I want to play because I grew up with NES games and I want to go try them. So that's the thing. And then Thursday, I plan on doing console games, like Switch, maybe Wii U, maybe maybe one of the few Wii games that I have. I have Skyward Sword. That'd be interesting. I did try like picking up controllers to see which ones I could hold. Um, the Wiimote doesn't seem too bad, except for the buttons like towards the bottom, because I can't just put my thumb down that much when I'm holding a index controller. But everything else is fine. So I could do that. I didn't pick up the knuckle though, so that might be a problem. And then let's see. For Switch controllers, it's gonna be tricky. I can use the Pro controller. It's kind of hard, and I can use the regular ones. I forget which one's harder though. Thing is, with the regular controllers, it with the Pro controller, like it's all one unit, so you can just kind of mush it together with your hands. Whereas the separated Joy Cons, while it fits in the hand a little bit better, it just wants to keep falling away from your hand, so that's a bit of a problem. All right. And then the last controller that I tried using was the GameCube, which was surprisingly really easy to hold in the index controller. Unfortunately, I don't really have a way to record the Wii system or the GameCube system or any other old school systems, so that stinks. And you might be wondering, how are you going to record the NES games? Well, that's because of the Switch Online stuff. Also, I have the NES Classic and the Super Nintendo Classic, so I might do those at some point. So, on Friday, I'm going to play some VR game. Probably going to be Boneworks, at least for a while. And I might play The Forest. Might play Beat Saber, but I'm probably gonna want to do Beat Saber once I get like the live system going, so I can have a model, just so you can see whatever I feel like doing. Because I don't know, I prefer seeing people's like avatars while they do it. I don't know. Then Saturday it will be a social Saturday, where I talk to people in VRChat in public worlds. Probably gonna be doing murder. Maybe maybe doing the walk of shame is a bad idea. So maybe what's that world called? Dang it. I forget what that world's called. Oh yeah, Never Have I Ever. Never Have I Ever. I might do that, but that's probably a bad idea because people do things pretty crazy. Also, I won't be recording, but if I'm streaming and people are like, "Oh hey," could be a bad thing. Because I've had someone that's like, "Hey, you should try some mushrooms," and I'm like, "Oh, mushrooms? Are those legal?" And I look it up. I'm like, "Oh, they're not." You might want to be careful about who you are telling this stuff to. Even though I think like literally everyone there doesn't care. I don't know. Let's see. And then Sunday, I plan on doing Smash because I want to do more Smash and I never really get the chance. So yeah. So in a nutshell, Monday day off, Tuesday normal PC game, Wednesday retro games, Thursday console game, Friday VR, Saturday just talking to people in VRChat, and Sunday do Smash. Thing is, I like all of these things, but it's like I don't know if I want to stick to any one of these types of things. So I'm kind of just like doing them all at once right now. Oh, I'm gonna go see. So for this next week or so, I'm just gonna be like making sure like I get into VR in the first place. Make sure I have an actual sleep schedule, and then like when I feel comfortable, or it becomes February, then I'll force myself to go into stream mode. We'll have to see. I don't really know. I think that's it. Mm, I don't know what kind of avatar I want to create. Mm. Uh, I'm just gonna go sleep in the flowers here now. So see you later.